As soon as you make your way off of that boat, come and join me underneath this United States Penitentiary sign for your one-stop shop for information. It's your mandatory dock announcement. We're going to tell you about our programs that are coming up. We have free guided tours. I'm going to tell you where to pick up your self-guided audio tour. And of course, and today we have a special guest author. So you're going to hear all this. So come in close and we'll get started in just a second. All right, cool, folks. So today here on the island, we actually have a special exhibit. It's located in the New Industries building and closes at 3 o'clock today, so be sure to check it out. It's entitled Future IDs. We have some artwork displayed there about some people who did some creative artwork about their futures, because it's about people who actually were recently released from prison. So they have their artwork displayed in there and how they see themselves as they're re-entering society. So be sure to check it out. It closes at 3 o'clock today, so be sure to stop by and check it out before you leave Alcatraz Island. All right, folks, now as soon as you make your way off of the boat, come in close, come and listen in on these announcements, and we'll get started in just a second. All right, folks, quick question. Put your hands in the air if you came to Alcatraz Island because you came to visit an old federal prison. Raise your hand if that's why you came, right? Don't be shy, be honest. All right, most of us, right? But that prison actually opened in 1934 and closed in 1963, if I remember correctly. And that only represents about 29 years of history here on Alcatraz Island. Overall, there's more than 200 years of Alcatraz Island history. There's a lot more to the island than that federal prison. All right, folks, keep coming forward. If you're already on the dock, just take a few more tiny steps towards me. So yeah, there's over 200 years of Alcatraz Island history, and this building behind me really illustrates that. So check it out. You'll notice this first level, this big brick wall with those square openings. These are actually bomb-proof barracks built towards the end of the American Civil War. So Alcatraz Island got started as a military fortress back in the 1850s. If you can imagine, those square openings would have had cannon facing the harbor, ready to fire upon any enemy ship as it sailed in through the Golden Gate Strait. Now, if you're interested in learning more about that military history, we actually have a free walking tour that's going to start today at 2 o'clock. So if you're interested in learning more about that military history, just take a second, look to your right. You'll see that big black guard tower right there. Just in front of it, you can catch Volunteer Constance, and she's going to lead a free walking tour about the military history here on the island. So be sure to check it out. So that's that first level, right? Now check out the second and third levels. These are actually apartment buildings built during that Federal Bureau prison era when that supermax security prison was built and opened. So these actually used to house correctional officers and their families. And today you actually can meet someone from that layer of history. Today our guest author is Bill Baker, and he's actually a former inmate of United States Penitentiary Alcatraz. So be sure to stop by and say hi. He's more than willing to answer any of your questions that you might have. I encourage you to talk to him because he has the inside scoop. As he likes to say, the official Justice Department point of view is a little different from the prisoner's perspective. So if you want to know what really went down when he was here, be sure to stop by and say hi to Mr. Bill Baker. You can catch him inside our Cell House bookstore at the top of the island. All right, folks, it looks like we still got a few more people making their way off. So if you don't mind, take a few more tiny steps towards me. For those of you in the front, getting close. All right, perfect. And then if you notice, there's some writing on top of these walls, right? If you notice, one of them says Indians Welcome. So that represents our most recent layer of history. During 1969, a group of Native Americans occupied Alcatraz Island when there was nobody here, when this place was abandoned. And they used it as a stage to fight for their political identity. There's all these different federal policies geared toward them that were affecting them in a unique way. So they held the rock for about 19 months in defiance of these policies, and their protests actually changed the course of American history and changed those policies. So I encourage you all to learn more about it, and you can catch it in our theater area, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. But it looks like everyone's off that boat, so let's go ahead and get started with these announcements. So, welcome to Alcatraz Island, everybody. Welcome to your national park. While you're here, help us protect your national park by following these 3 simple rules. First rule, the dock is a designated eating, drinking, and smoking area. Where you're standing is where you can eat. If you need to smoke, please go to the far end of the dock towards your left. You'll see a designated smoking area, and please use all your electronic smoking devices over there, cigarettes, that's the designated smoking area. Second rule, please do not take anything from the island. We get over 1 million visitors a year, and if everybody took a piece of the rock, there'll literally be nothing left. So while you're here, please follow the National Park Service motto, take memories and leave only footprints. Third and final rule, please stay out of restricted areas. Trust us, we're not hiding anything from you. You're not gonna find Frank Morris, Al Capone, or anything like that. So if you see a sign, a barricade, a rope, a piece of paper with something scribbled on it, please abide by these safety rules. They're here for the protection of the resources, but more importantly, folks, your safety. Logistics, restrooms, toilets are located behind you down here at the dock. There are some more located at the top of the island near the lighthouse, so please plan your restroom breaks accordingly. Now, we also have a tram that takes people with mobility issues from the dock to the main entrance of the prison. If you need that resource, board the tram on the opposite end of this bookstore near the benches, and the tram will depart shortly after this dock announcement. More importantly, folks, how to get back to the city of San Francisco. Listen carefully. We have about 2 boats that leave an hour. If you want accurate times, please refer to the schedule behind me on the program board, in the bookstores throughout the island, or at the corner at the ranger station. Now, please be on time, everybody. If you are 30 seconds late for your ferry, guess what? You are now 29 minutes and 30 seconds early for the next one. So please, folks, arrive 10 minutes early for your departure ferry. We also encourage you all to come up with a meeting time and location so that you all leave together. If you come down here and see that black stanchion closed, that means they're not letting anybody on, and that boat is ready to leave. So please, folks, please arrive 10 minutes early for your departure ferry. We don't want you to miss your plans that you have in store for yourselves later on today. Please be on time. Now, let's see, the fun stuff. Raise your hand if it's your first time here on Alcatraz. All right, almost all of us. So if you want a good overview of the island's history, I encourage you to stop by our theater area and catch our orientation film. It's about 200 years and only 15 minutes. So to catch that film, walk along this main road and then go up that gray wooden staircase that you see on your left-hand side, go around the bookstore, and then have a seat in our theater area and enjoy our film. Let's see, our guest author is at the top of in the top of the island in our bookstore in the Cell House. We have the Future IDs exhibit in the New Industries building. And last but not least, we have the self-guided audio tour that's also located in the Cell House as well. Now, how to get there? Just follow